Percy.
Hello, hello.
Percy, what was that?
Yeah,
Did
that
you...
was my light. I just ran out of things to do. Hello, good morning.
Morning, everybody. Well, good day, everyone. We're at the last month of the year, and usually this is the month where everyone's in a rush to finish work and finish Christmas shopping. Just to share, I took the day off yesterday, had a nightmare
Oh.
day Christmas shopping. But it's good to see that Singapore is, back in the groove in a way where everybody is out. Still, masks. Everyone has to wear a mask, but at least people are out dining in groups of five, doing the Christmas shopping. So that was quite nice. What about you, Pers? What was it like in Manila?
Yeah, things are opening up. A lot of people are out. I really just hope this new variant does not wreak havoc and force us back indoors again. But yeah, it's actually feeling a lot more normal. Traffic is back.
Oh, wow.
Not so good, maybe.
Yes, not so good, not so good. Oh, wait, before anything else, I just want to say hello to my children because for the first time they're
Oh,
watching.
they're watching.
Yeah, hi,
Oh.
Hello.
Wacky and Peebo. Hello. They finally
Oh.
discovered that this is what I do on Saturdays.
I
Oh, that's
So,
see. I
oh,
wonderful.
and they were
see.
going like, oh, yeah, I'm impressed, is what my 5-year-old said. I'm
Oh,
impressed.
that's
Have
all
they
you
never
need.
watched? I mean, apart from live, have they watched any of the previous episodes or listened to the podcast or anything?
No, not yet, not yet. They're
And do
five
they
and
understand the
three.
concept? Do they understand the concept of like this is kind of like a TV show?
No, I think they're probably looking down saying, oh, yeah, Papa is wearing the same shirt that I saw him go out the door with. So, oh, that's probably the extent of it. Hello. How about, how are you, Ange?
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, I'm feeling so Christmassy. I mean, I love Christmas. The Chungs, we have a million Christmas traditions and we love it. So I've been playing Christmas songs. I think it's never too early for a good Christmas song. Been playing it nonstop. Had a few Christmas parties. We had our work company Christmas party. So I'm fully checked into the Christmas spirit. I love it.
Wow.
Excellent. Well, here as well, everyone's really into the Christmas mood, and the kids couldn't wait to put up the tree. Like on the 1st of December, Advent calendars are being open. But for all of you out there now, just for now, just drop everything, relax, and hopefully be inspired because this is Dear Future Grandkids. Once again, I'm Jen in Singapore. That's Percy in the Philippines and Ange in Hong Kong.
Yes, 'tis the show that builds a video time capsule live here on YouTube and Facebook that our wonderful guests can play sometime in the future to their future grandkids.
Now, our guest today has been a household name in the Philippines since the 80s when she started as an actress at the age of 18. She acted and hosted in TV shows. She top billed blockbuster and award winning movies. She won Best Actress numerous times. Then, when she became a wife and mother, she continued to be such a success that she became a role model for working moms. She got her master's degree in family life and child development and a doctorate in theology. She also became an accomplished author and a motivational speaker. And on top of all that, she's a triathlete too.
Oh,
Truly, a person who has been able to balance mind, body, and spirit. Please welcome one of the most inspiring people I know and truly a wonderful friend, Miss Maricel Laxa.
yay!
Hi,
Hey,
Yay!
Maricel.
Welcome.
Hi,
thank you for
Welcome.
Maricel.
having me.
Oh, it's
Thank
a
you for
pleasure.
saying yes to your busy schedule with everything that you can do in your life.
There's always time for friends.
Ah, that's what we
Oh,
love about you.
lovely.
Maricel, this time last year, we were filming a soap opera where you played a young grandmother to, of all people, our first guest, Elijah Canlas. So, but
Yes.
in real life, you're so youthful that people can't imagine you as a grandma. Did you ever picture how you would be as a grandmother?
Yes. Because it's around this time already when, oh my gosh.
That's what you look like. You're gonna grow
No,
your
I
hair
don't think
long
I'll
and
have that
blonde.
kind of hair. Maybe I'll have a pixie cut or something. I don't, oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Oh,
a pixie cut.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're looking good
Like
there.
that.
You're
looking
rocking it.
good.
Yeah. Because
Grandmother in the Hamptons.
my
Yeah,
eldest
yeah,
daughter
yeah.
is 25, and so I'm already in that thinking of preparing herself one day soon, maybe, to settle down and have her own set of kids. And I keep telling her, "You're so blessed to have me as a grandma for your kids because you can just leave them here and I'll take care of the rest."
Oh,
Oh, that's the
You
best
know,
offer any grandparent can
you
do.
know what? Somebody told me, a grandmother told me that my role is to spoil the grandkids. I'm already past being the bad guy. I am now going to be the good guy. Are you looking
Yeah,
forward to that? You
yeah,
can now be the one to spoil them.
yeah. My rules in my house.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Amazing. Maricel, now we want to get to know you better, so we have some quick fire questions for you, okay? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. First one. In 3 words, how would you describe yourself?
3 words.
Yeah.
Hmm. I'm an introvert.
Okay.
I'm very energetic and passionate.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Now, what is the first movie you remember watching?
I would think it's Cinderella when it just first came out in color.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good one to remember. That's a great movie. Now, as a child, apart from being an actress, what do you remember wanting to be when you grew up?
Yeah, I vividly remember being asked like what I would want to be when I grow up, and the first thing that comes to mind is to become a mother of many children with a husband who will not leave me. So
wow.
very
Wait,
specific.
hold on, Marcel. As a child, I get it. Uh, a mother had to have many children, but to add on a husband that won't leave you as
Yeah,
a
because
child, really.
I need a steady husband to provide for all my many kids and also to love me at the same time forever. You see, growing up with a single mom, it was always my wish for my mom to find her prince who
Got
will
it.
allow her to live happily ever after. And so, since it was taking quite a while for her to find her prince, I was just imagining maybe one day I will find mine. And if I do so, we settle down and have many children to make the most of the time together.
So check and check.
Check. Yeah, it all adds
Yeah.
up.
You can see why Cinderella was a big influence as a kid.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Marissa, what sport? I mean, I know you're still super sporty, but what sport did you play a lot when you were in school?
I would actually, well, in my early days in elementary, I would always be in the playground playing just regular games, and I would be in the swing just allowing myself to go as high as I could. But maybe one of the first real sport that I got into was soccer, but I didn't get into it too much because I got injured, as a little girl. I kicked the ball too high and then I slipped and then I scraped my whole leg. So I was like, no,
Oh,
this is
dear.
not something good for a girl like me.
Uh,
I would end up with so many bruises. But it
Oh,
wasn't until high school that I realized that I was really made for swimming.
So swimming is your
wow.
sport.
So that's my favorite sport is swimming in high school. And my best friend got me into cross country running, which I really hated, but I loved her so much. And she was the star cross country running athlete that she really drew me out to that kind of uh, uncomfortable feeling about running that eventually I found myself loving to run. This was in the States because I went to high school in the States.
Ah,
And sports
so
is a big part of school, yeah.
Yeah.
oh wow. So I mean, that was a lucky encounter because you might never have known that these things
Yeah.
were such a passion for yourself, right? And how would you describe yourself when you were a student? What were you like? What was the young student Maricel like?
I was not I didn't think of myself as a very good student in a way that during that time when I was younger, people always just gave you credit for your high grades in like math, science, and all these other major subjects. But you were not given so much credit for sports or extracurriculars and stuff like that. So I didn't see myself as an honor student or a good student. But it wasn't until high school that I realized I could write because I had professors who really encouraged me to write. And then I could actually solve problems in math if I had just the proper guidance. And I actually enjoyed chemistry. So I graduated with honors in high school, having taken up advanced placement classes. And I would never have realized that if I didn't have teachers who drew out things that I never knew I had.
Wow, I mean, there's clearly such a pattern, like how easily you've been influenced by positive people in your life, and
Mhm.
that's been such an important part of your development and who you've become. And I suppose that's true for everyone, but for some people, they discover it in other ways, don't they? Not necessarily through people.
You know,
It
I
may be.
would really credit my mom for surrounding me with people that would help me discover new things in life. Like I remember her having allowed me to establish myself in the States with foster parents who were her, well, who are her best friends and who happen to be very much a positive influence in my life. So my foster dad was a screenwriter and a producer in Hollywood. And then my aunt is a painter, artist, and homemaker, restaurateur. You know, they developed in me certain things and habits that I would never have developed if I had not been surrounded in that place. So I think in all my growing up years, I knew that my mom was very intentional in raising me because she wanted a better life for me, you know, because it's not easy to have children at a young age and then be a single mom. So she always instilled in me like you're going to have a better generation. You're going to have a better life, but you just have to make the right choices.
What an awesome mum. And you never get
Yeah.
taught at school. No one ever tells you at school,
Yeah.
surround yourself with positive people,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
and have positive intentions. You never get taught this, but clearly your mum knew something. It definitely made a difference, as you can see in your life. And yeah, she sounds super awesome, very cool and very future looking, which is awesome. And so tell me 3 things. I mean, you seem very self-aware, clearly someone who's done a lot of thinking and development and self-development. Tell me 3 things that your teenage self did that your present Maricel knows better not to do.
um, my teenage years were really very interesting years. They
Then
were
tell
wonderfully,
all.
wonderfully interesting years.
Yes.
In the school by the Pacific Coast Highway,
Nice.
where there's a lot of partying and stuff.
Oh, there you
I
go.
don't know. I wouldn't have changed anything. I wouldn't have. It's the good, the bad, the ugly, and all those stuff that I did during my teenage years were just a wonderful part of who I am right now. And I had the privilege of bringing my kids to where my school was and walking through the streets leading towards the Pacific Ocean. You know, my classmates would be in flip flops and then they would have bikinis underneath their clothes so that right after school,
Cool.
run to the
Jump to the
beach,
beach.
stuff like
Nice.
that. So I don't know. Is that too corny?
No,
No.
it sounds like a fun
No, not at
childhood.
all.
But
Yeah.
I need to ask you in relation to that. What is the craziest thing you've ever done? You were in a school by the beach.
Yeah.
It was a party town. What is the craziest thing you've ever done? No, even after being a student.
Mm, crazy.
Hmm.
Oh, maybe it's queer, not crazy, queer.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would have to walk when I didn't have my driver's license yet, I would have to walk to school and back home because we
Okay.
lived at the very top of the hills in Pacific Palisades. And there was no way any form of school bus could pick me up and bring me to school. So I would have to walk 2 miles going to school and 2 miles going back home.
Wow.
But I walked in style. Okay. I walked in my high heel boots and with my Walkman.
Ooh.
And I think it's queer in such a way that people thought I was actually having fun. Nobody gave me rights.
They saw you walking and just drove by.
Yeah, they're like, she's amazing. She's having fun. And I'm like, no, I need rights.
My feet are killing me.
Hitchhike.
Please help me.
Do you see these heels?
Yeah. You know,
They were
so
not made for human beings.
I
Why did you do
remember
that,
very
though?
vividly. Like I was walking, having such a grand time, and then one of the kids hosed me down with water because I
What?
don't know. I was just the subject of maybe that day's
Prank.
entertainment for them.
Mm.
So going up the hill, I don't know. Maybe they found it funny that I was going up in my high heels, and then I was super engrossed with my Walkman, and then our next victim, and then they host me down.
Oh, man.
Hope it was a hot day.
Yeah. Hope
But
it was a good look.
those things were like, I don't care, you know.
But why did you do that, though? Why? You seem to be a very practical person, at least now. I mean,
Well,
2 miles in high heels? That's pretty
yeah,
intense.
you know, if something is worth doing and you have no choice but to do it, you do it in style, I guess.
Wow.
I like that.
That's
If
really
something
good
is
advice.
if something is worth doing,
Worth
do it in
doing.
Yeah.
heels. Is
Yeah.
Yes.
And you
I
have to do
developed
it in
budgets
style.
because of it. But I guess it's worth it.
War scars.
Do things in
Battle
style.
scars.
Battle
Battle
scars.
bunions.
Battle scars.
Well,
But
that's
you know
what.
what? I vowed to be able to be that available driver for people who needed rides.
Because of that
When
experience.
when that time comes, I always told myself going up and down that hill that if I ever am able to get my car and be able to drive that car, I will be that available driver for
Oh.
people.
Aw, look at that.
Yeah, and
Especially
at
people in high
16,
heels.
when I got my driver's license, I also got my first car out of the money that I earned from being janitor, bussing tables, waitering, and all those kinds of jobs.
What jobs did you do
Excellent.
before being an actress?
I didn't hear that.
What jobs did you do?
Okay,
You said
so my foster mom owned a fine dining restaurant by Venice Beach. All
Wow.
the
fancy.
amazingly interesting people
Yeah.
hang out in, right? And this was in the 80s. So it wasn't as developed as it is now, but so she had that restaurant and I started out as a janitor, worked myself up to be a bus girl and then a runner and then eventually a waitress. And in
Wow.
between, because I learned to type really fast, I would I would type for my classmates and they would pay me $6 an hour. I
Now,
would also
nice.
That's
clean
good
houses.
money.
That is
Yeah,
good
yeah,
money.
That's good money then. It's excellent.
It's good money. I bought myself my own car. I funded my own ski trips during break season, and
Wow.
I was able to just live off from whatever I earned. My mom didn't need to send me so much money to provide for me. Actually,
Amazing. You know what? I actually that became a summer job for me. I was a data encoder, and it was just because I could type. So this
yeah,
was the time that people were transitioning to computers, and they gave me all these stacks of reports that I just had to type. It is good money, to be honest.
yeah. It's good money. You just have to be patient because
Mhm.
it's it's not a very exciting job for people, but for people like me who enjoy just encoding and typing and all those things, and then I'm hearing the cash register in my head while I'm typing. Ching, ching,
$6, $6, $6.
Maricel, I've got to ask you, while you're typing that, did you have your Walkman on and your high heel boots as well?
No, no, no.
Maricel, I'm
It,
curious. You seem to have had a really interesting life before showbiz. What
Yeah.
made you go into showbiz?
So towards the end of my high school year, my mom would already ask me what I would want to pursue. And there were two things at the top of my head. One is to take up psychology in Cornell University or enter showbiz.
Mhm.
Now, one of the main reasons why my mom allowed me to study abroad was so she could take me away from the showbiz kind of life that I grew up in, because both my parents were in showbiz. And so I knew that I couldn't really share with her much of this little desire of mine to be in showbiz, because that's the very reason why she sent me abroad, so that I would have a different kind of life. But then inside me, like, there's something there that is very beautiful to pursue, but I just couldn't pinpoint which one is that path to take, because I was scared to tell my mom about it. But so I was fixated on applying for university life. And then
Mhm.
she said, "No, it's time for you to go home." So I said, "Okay, if it's time for me to go home, then showbiz is the other next option."
Wow. So
And
it just fell into place.
yeah, I came home, and I didn't really want to come home because I was already dead set on pursuing life abroad. But when she asked me to come home, like a few days maybe, I went to a place to have my camera developed, my film developed, and then it was a place where, Roper's studio.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is a
That's where
studio, a
all
famous
I
studio in the
didn't know those were
Philippines.
that's the place where all the showbiz people have their
Yeah,
stuff
portrait shots. Yeah.
taken for posters or movie promotional materials and stuff. And that happened to be a place where I was spotted by the secretaries of Kuya Germs. Kuya Germs is the one who would host this variety show called GMA Super Show. And
Very
they invited
popular.
me to be part of it.
So
okay.
So
imagine
that was
that.
the beginning.
You're technically showbiz royalties, what we call in the Philippines, right? When you're the daughter or the son of famous personalities, and yet you were still discovered.
No,
Like
because my
you
mom
already
will
had
not
both feet in the
introduce me.
door.
My mom will not introduce me to people.
Oh
Oh,
man.
wow. She
She was
went to that
against it.
extent. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So
And then
really
she
everything just
told
fell
me
into place for you.
the minute I told her, I think I found what I would want to do. And then she said, "Yeah, okay, so what is it?" Showbiz. And she said, "I want to stop myself. I just want to do it." She said, "There's no way you're gonna do that." I said, "Well, that's already the path that I want to take." And when she realized that it's something she can't stop me from doing, she said, "Okay, I just have one condition.
Uh-huh.
You go to school, and I don't care what you do with your career."
Wow.
So
She
that's why
had
you still
nothing
continue.
to do with my career, but every
Wow.
single day she brought me to school.
Wow.
Wow.
She didn't care
Amazing.
if I didn't have sleep, I was tired, I wasn't feeling well. Every single day she was in the car to bring me to school.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
that is a mother's loyalty and a mother's devotion, right?
Yeah.
Even though on the outside it's like, I don't care. You do what you like. But on the other hand, such love, such support
Yeah.
on the other side, right? Oh, that's
Amazing.
great. So,
Yeah,
Maricel,
yeah.
yeah, that's really lovely. I wonder if you've got 2 items now that you could bring us to the camera that from your work or your travels that have some kind of special meaning for you.
Okay, from work, because since we're talking about showbiz, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, anything.
Yeah.
This is my latest award.
Oh, congrats. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so this movie is from this award is from the movie Hello, Love, Goodbye, which my son forced me to accept.
No, prior to
And
Hello, Love, Goodbye, you were on a hiatus, right?
yeah, I was not anymore seeing showbiz as anything part of my life anymore or my near future. It was just something that's a good memory from what I had done in it, and I had moved on, you know.
So this
And
was
then this
2018, right?
offer came, and I normally don't tell my kids about the offers that come to me because they get so mad when I say no, or I make an excuse about me not being available. So for many, many years, I have kept it away from them. And then this one offer, I just happened to, I don't know why, I blurted it out. And then my son said, "You got an offer? Say yes." And I'm like, not sure. And then he said, "Do everything to make it happen. And don't give them a difficult time." And I'm like, oh my God.
And
So,
look what
yeah,
happened, right?
He
yeah.
knew.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. It-
And
it's a movie
who would
shot
have
in Hong
thought
Kong, by the way, Ange.
it was shot in Hong Kong and it broke all
I
records.
know the
It's
movie. Oh,
Yep.
yeah, it's
that's
the highest grossing film of
Film.
all Philippine history.
Yes. And that's her comeback movie.
I
Yeah.
know
And
because
she won an award.
there's
Yeah. Yeah.
Kinda
there's
just
many
skipped everything.
Filipinos that live in Hong Kong and it was so
Yeah.
popular.
Yes,
See,
it
Wow.
is
it
very
pays to
popular.
obey your children, right?
All these life lessons, all these weird life lessons we're learning from you, Maricel.
It started with the high heels. It started with the high heels.
Yeah.
It started with that and the Walkman.
And the
You need
Walkman.
to
And then
write a book, The Unconventional Wisdom of Maricel Laxa.
So
yeah. So another one would be the New
What?
York Marathon medal.
Oh my god.
So we
oh,
got
you read.
a lot
Oh!
here.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
These are all from marathons and
Yeah.
triathlons?
So the New York Marathon is my
Yeah.
first world major marathon. So there are 6 world marathon majors. So there's New York, London, Berlin, Tokyo, Chicago, Boston.
Boston. Yeah.
And I've ran 5. I haven't ran Boston. It's already something that I thought maybe I do when I'm 85, but then recently I'm having this inkling that I might be able to run it sooner than 85 years old. You never know what these kids will do to me before I'm 85. But so far, I wanted to show you this New York Marathon medal because it really it stretched me to a point of unexpected realizations in my life, crossing the 5 boroughs of New York.
Wow.
Wow. Of all the accolades you have, everything from acting to running marathons, is there any particular ones that mean a special meaning, that have a special meaning? Because I know you've won a lot. If I'd only just won one award, I'd go on and on about it. But you have clearly a full mantelpiece of them.
You know, it's the award is not in a form of a trophy, but in a form of a ring. My wedding ring, because I'm still
Aw.
married to my husband, and our
Aw.
28th year anniversary is this year. This
Many
December.
congrats.
Oh,
Yeah,
happy
December
anniversary.
19.
Wow.
So we would be
soon.
together for 30 years and 28 years married.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that
You
was
deserve
my
a medal
journey, right?
indeed.
Yeah. It's not easy to have like life like that in show business.
Mhm.
And for me, it's one of the best things that I can really have as an award. If there's any, you know,
Yeah.
if there's any trophy, it would be that. And it's not because of my own doing, it's because of a collective effort that we've done together as partners, and then the support of family, friends, of course, rooted in our faith in God. So it's all that.
Amazing.
Ah,
Wow.
I'm just
I hope for yeah. I hope 14 years from now my wife will be saying this sort of things about our marriage. One
Not
can
the
hope.
way, not the way you talk
not the
about
way
her
we're
on the
going.
show, Jen. If she
Marisol, it's
watches
just
Future Grandkids,
yeah, a
no way.
long-standing joke on the show is I'm always trying to get rid of my wife. always, always
Yeah,
trying to find ways to just get rid of her, but no, no, no.
you're waiting for a shoe to fly and hit
no,
Jen's head.
I you know I love
Well,
her.
if
I
if
Yeah.
just
she's
say
still
things.
there, that means yeah, she's there for good.
I hope so. I hope so.
Aw.
Oh, Marisol, it's amazing in terms just looking at your body of work and your career and things that you do outside of that, and of course with your family and your marriage. You obviously excel in everything that you do. But at the end of the day, this is Dear Future Grandkids. We have a weird, strange habit. We want to see the other side of our guests. So we want to see if there's anything that you're ashamed of. So we want to know, is there a corner of your room that you like to show? Do you have a corner of shame, something that you are actually embarrassed about, which I find hard to believe? But is there a place that you like to show us
Well,
and
my
everyone else?
messy place is my desk. So where I'm seated now is where my husband does all his work, because he does a
Okay.
lot of online speaking, coaching, seminars. And this is everything is more or less really organized. And then I sit beside him because I'm his assistant secretary and everything else. And
Oh.
beside him is where Solana, excuse me. There.
Hi.
She's the mess that she's not a
She's
mess,
the
but
mess.
everything else, no,
She's the
no,
mess.
she's not the mess. It's everything else on the table.
That's messy. That's
That's not
fine.
messy.
It
Well,
looks,
you know,
it looks like messily, efficiently, technically, or very gadgety.
Yes,
well,
everything
see,
within reach.
I was gone for a week for work, so Anthony had already fixed it.
Oh, okay.
So that's how it works. Yes, you complement, supplement each other. I get it now. I get it.
I
Yeah, I'm
see.
I'm not really the organized one when it comes to things and decor. It's him, and when it comes to hardware stuff, fixing up appliances and stuff, it's me.
Is your
Oh,
But it's
daughter?
the
I need to
dirty,
ask.
dirty job.
I need to ask.
Yeah.
Is your daughter watching Dear Future Grandkids, or is she watching something else while
no,
while Mum's live?
Okay, you know, Solana's only allowed to be on her gadget Saturdays and Sundays for 1 hour each.
Ah, wow.
And today is her time for that 1 hour. So while we're talking, I'm using her 1 hour.
and,
So
and
she's not watching me because
she's
she's already
definitely not
busy.
using it to watch you.
Yeah. She's not using that 1 hour to watch you.
Yeah, she's like, in 1 week, I just have 1 hour, mummy. 1 hour.
I'm not gonna watch
Dear
you.
Future Grandkids, or cats falling off pianos on the internet. What should I watch?
Well, you
Yeah,
see,
right?
well, we got a lot of people watching the show though, and one of them, Sabako, is saying hi, Solansky. So Sabako Jeremy James, I guess, knows your
Hi,
daughter.
Solansky.
And then we've got RJ Marina sent 100 stars on Facebook. Thank you very much, RJ. And we've got who's that? Angeline is watching. Sour Girl, I wonder what's the story behind the writings on the wall. Ha ha ha. Behind your desk, I think. DM Mirante says super salute to Miss Maricel Laxa. So inspiring and full of wisdom. There you go. And Myla Desma says happiest anniversary in advance.
Oh, yeah, some people are
Aw.
asking about about the writing on the walls?
Yeah.
Yes.
There.
What's that?
What,
What is
what
that?
is that?
There's an artwork there. So Solana
Oh,
loves to
yes.
write on walls. And
Oh,
normally her writings are about reminding us she loves us, or certain
Oh,
notes about her
Oh,
future, her height, reminders about her wish list and stuff. You know, I'd rather have those writings on the wall than no kids.
oh,
that,
oh, that is
oh,
truly priceless
100%,
art, right?
100%.
Priceless
Yeah.
art.
Yeah.
that is priceless.
Oh,
My
So
kids
this
write
was
on the
where
wall,
her
but they don't
bed
look like
used to
that.
be, and she would
Yeah.
write on the walls around the artwork that she made with her cousin. So we never erased it.
That's
oh,
so
lovely.
cool.
Oh,
That's
that's
that's so lovely.
that's lovely. Well, Maricel, considering all of the things you can do and how practical and motivated you are, I know this seems impossible, but do you have, by any chance, a skill that is utterly and completely pointless?
I think it's pointless for people, but it might be useful to some extent. It's my
Mhm.
sense of smell.
Oh,
I can
Okay.
smell from far away what's cooking. I can smell when I enter a room if it's a gloomy kind of feeling that maybe something happened there, or maybe I can sense and smell if the place is lovely and pleasant. Uh, I can also remember names after I've smelled the people.
You smell
oh,
people. You
wow.
remember how people smell. And I worked with
Yeah,
you.
I,
I
I
dread to ask.
remember. I remember how people smell, and if I forget their names, I will remember their smell first, and then I will remember their names.
No way.
That is astonishing. That's a really amazing skill. It's what's
I
the
don't know. It's
negative? What's
pointless
the
for
negative of
others.
that? The negative, I suppose, is if there's a bad smell, you can't get it out of your head, right?
I can get dizzy, really.
Right.
Have a
Oh,
headache.
There
It
must
Wow.
be
affects me so much. Yeah. Like if
there
I
must be
spray
a
the
way you
wrong
can earn lots of
perfume.
money from this. You know,
I don't know. I want
apart
to
from
apply for
wine.
a job to be the nose of a company.
The nose of a company.
How
Is
you
there
yeah.
such a thing?
That maybe.
What
Well, there should
what is the
be.
nose of a company?
Yeah, if for example there's a car that is to be delivered to an owner, I'll smell it first to find out if everything is in order.
Oh,
Oh.
you know that's
Because
so
right,
Okay.
important. That is
when
so
you open
important.
a car, you need to sense and smell that it's the right kind of investment that you've made.
It is. It
Wow.
is true.
No, no, no. It's not far fetched. It's true because what do retail stores do, right? They've got people that advise them about the right smells to put in the shop so that it creates the
Yeah,
sort of feelings, emotions when a person goes into shop, right? So they feel better, that they're happier. So in turn, that they will buy more. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
yeah, and
So maybe
apparently
I
when
should put
yeah
that
you sell a
in my
house, right?
resume for LinkedIn or something.
I
I
think
think throw it out there. So far, everything that you asked for from the universe has been given to you. So I think, yeah, that job is
I
probably on
might
its
just do
way.
that right after this interview.
Yeah.
so.
I'm
For
I'm
anyone
I'm a
watching,
superpowered smeller.
yeah, if anyone out there is watching and you need a nose for your company, get in touch with Maricel.
There you go. There you go.
Got a
But
nose for it.
Maricel,
Oh, Jeff.
Angeline has a question. Angeline Salvador has a question. Um, can you smell colors? Because her sister says that she smells colors.
Oh.
No, I don't know if I can smell colors, but I know if you're coloring something and you're using crayons over a pen
You will
or a
smell it.
pencil. I
You
can
will
smell
smell
it
what's
if it's
underneath.
you know when I start like when I read a book, I smell the pages before I start reading it.
Oh, what?
Wow.
And then one of my most relaxing things to do is to sharpen a pencil and smell it just get sharpened.
Wow.
You smell the lead coming out.
What?
I want to hear more about that. You say you can smell gloominess,
Yeah.
right? And something
Yeah,
bad,
yeah,
and you can smell positive energy.
yeah.
How did you test that? Meaning I guess when you were young, you're like, something smells a bit off in here. How
Yeah.
did
Yeah,
you
I
further
can
develop
smell
that?
if a place has not been occupied for quite some time. There's
Wow.
some there's a
Yeah.
moldy kind of smell.
Musky, but yeah.
Yeah, so it's also wet, and when it's vibrant and happy and positive, there's a warmth kind of smell, like it's hot,
Oh.
and it's fresh.
So
Wow.
your smell is connected to your feelings. That's how you
Yes,
get this.
yes, the smell is connected to feelings. And like when you open a water bottle and then I can smell if it's been washed the right way or not.
Oh.
Oh wow.
And one discovery I have is the best solution to taking out that uncompletely washed kind of smell is vinegar. So I
Vinegar.
thrive in this disinfectant. Well, it's a brand that sells vinegar and calamansi, and then when
Yeah.
I
The
spray that
lime.
and I swirl it a little bit, it's gone. That smell is gone. Vinegar does it for everything.
Ever.
Removes all
Wow.
those bad smell.
But yeah, it has such a strong smell itself. It doesn't seem to make sense, right?
Yeah, but if you try it with something that's not been washed properly, or maybe dog pee,
Uh-huh.
gone. The smell is gone
I need
in an
I
instant.
I need that for the
Yeah.
house.
Jen needs that.
Yeah.
He's got a giant dog with him.
It's
Maricel,
much
Anna,
it's much better now.
Anna Collier is asking, can Maricel smell if someone is sincere?
Ooh.
You can?
Oh, what? I want to spend a day with you. I really do. No, no, I'm serious. I really, really do.
How do you do? How?
There's the scent of sweat
Uh-huh.
when a person is laboring to tell you something that's not true.
It's cortisol and testosterone and all those
Well,
worry
No.
sweats, right?
she
It's
was
all those worries.
Maricel was honors in chemistry, so yeah, she knows her.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so
What?
funny because like my kids really just laugh at me sometimes. Like when they come from a party or they've come from the bar, my requirement is for them to kiss me before they go to sleep.
Aww.
It's
So I
it's sweet,
know.
but it's also
You
very
know.
smart, huh?
I just got that.
I
Same with
know.
my husband. And you know how I kiss people?
How?
This is how I kiss people. Solana, come here.
Oh, there's a demonstration. Look at that.
I
Oh,
want to
great.
show them how I kiss people.
Solana, come.
Or it's better if Solana shows you how I kiss people. Solana,
Oh,
show
thank you,
them how I
Solana.
kiss people.
So it's my 1 hour.
No, you have to show. You have to show. How do I kiss people? Me, how I kiss you, okay?
Oh, there's a
Oh.
there you go. Thanks for the demonstration, Solana.
She did it fast, but when you kiss that way by sniffing, the longer you sniff, the more closer you are to that person. The more important that person is to you. So that's how my grandmother would kiss me. She would sniff me.
Oh. Actually, it's funny because there was a cute guy once that I was working with in an edit suite, and an editor. He was an editor. We ended up dating in the end, and I was editing with producer, and it was me and the editor. And the producer said, "Did you just go and sniff Julian?" Like, so as I was, and I was like, "Well, I don't know what you're talking about." So as I was going, I'd be changing a tape or looking over my notes, and I'd try and sniff him. And I was so caught doing it. It was so embarrassing. But it's true. I just wanted to get a sense of his smell.
So
I
yeah,
think in Alaska, that's how they kiss, is they sniff,
they
That's a
sniff.
good
right?
thing. Yeah,
It
makes
is a good.
sense.
It's sweet though.
It makes sense.
I
It
mean, when
really makes
Solana
sense.
did it, it looked really sweet.
Yeah.
Of course, now we know why you're sniffing. So we suspect.
Yeah, it's twofold, two levels.
Yes, we have suspicions now. Sour
Download your
Girl
whole
says,
history.
yes,
I'm
in the
not
comments,
always
Sour
correct,
Girl.
okay?
You're not
There
always
are
correct.
times where I'm off also, and they tell me, "Oh, it's too much, mom. You're not correct today."
No, Marissa, we're gonna stick with your family, and we know that
Mm.
you come from a family of actors. You're married to a popular motivational speaker and businessman. You're the mom of one of the most sought after young artists in the Philippines. Now, is there a life lesson or motto that you've learned from being in such a high profile family?
That there is a responsibility that we have to embrace because we have been placed here for a very important reason. And this is not something for us to be just filling up ourselves with fluff, and looking at ourselves as high and mighty. But we have been placed here because there's a responsibility that we need to embrace so that we can help improve the lives of others. And this was something that my mom told me before I entered show business. And she said, I will consider you a success if I can see that your work or whatever you're doing is helping improve the lives of others around you. Because if you're the only one who's comfortable, if you're the only one who's, progressing, and everybody else around you is having the same kind of life, you're just you're just another person in this world. Success is not having so much for yourself, but it's being used for something to help solve a problem. So I always ask this to my kids. Okay, so there you are right now.
Mm,
What problem will you help solve because you are in that position?
Wow.
nice. Yeah.
Maricel, we spoke about Jen mentioned about your son. So Donnie is so popular that he has a hit series that broke streaming records. He's into her, and it's on Netflix now. And I know for a fact that his fans, his legions of fans, are also following you. You're like one of the most popular mothers in showbiz. On top of being a popular actress, on top of
Yourself.
being a popular author, on top of being a popular athlete, but to Donnie, right? Because he's basically where you were when you were starting in showbiz. What is the advice that you always give him? Like you always remind him.
Well, he still has to go to school. He still has to
Okay.
do his chores when he's at home. When he's home, we just treat him like a regular guy. We try
Uh,
not to ask favors from him that is not something that we ask any other kid.
Mm.
So he can also experience a nice normal life when he's home. He's just one of the kids.
just grounded in reality.
And just
What?
be that's it. You just have to have some kind of normalcy because he also needs to rest from all that attention.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
Donnie's an introvert. He's very much like me. We're one and the same in many aspects. So I know that if he's so busy, he also needs time to just recover.
Mm.
And home is where he can be safe and find refuge in. And that's what we hope to provide for him.
Oh, the comfort of home, that refuge. How wonderful that is. Marisol, I wonder now if you have your phone nearby, because we've come to the part of the show where we'd love you to leave a meaningful voice message to someone, anyone that is special in your life. So I wonder if you can grab your phone and leave a voice message to them. You don't have to tell us who it is.
I'll have to mute this.
No, don't mute.
No.
Don't mute.
We eavesdrop. We like eavesdropping.
We want to hear it.
My voicemail?
Yes.
No,
Your
not
voice
your
message.
voicemail. You're leaving a
What-
voice message. I mean,
You're leaving a voice message.
you can play
you
your voicemail if you want us to. If you want to, no,
No, what? I will
you-
record a message.
yes. So
Yeah, to
find
somebody. Yeah.
someone that perhaps
You
someone you,
want to send a
don't
message to.
normally send voice messages to, and leave them a meaningful voice message live on the show.
Mhm.
Someone I don't leave a message to?
Yeah,
Well,
anybody.
Well, it could be anyone, but it'd be funny if it's someone that you don't normally leave sincere, meaningful, heartfelt voice messages to.
Yeah.
Like these two guys made me leave one to my boss, and
We didn't make
I
you.
just
We didn't make you. We suggested. So.
suggested, and we only have a text relationship, me and my boss, but he was really chuffed by
Okay.
it.
So
Okay.
you'll listen?
Yes.
Yes.
It's just us. It's just us three. It's just us three. Don't worry.
You guys are so crazy.
We're bad. So, this is why we invented the show, so we could nose around.
Happy birthday to Rocket. See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
That was a bit of a cop out, Maricel.
No, but then you can see that's the introvert side coming out now.
Yeah,
It's
you
going
got
like-
to-
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just messaged my best friend.
Aw.
Aww.
We live in the same neighborhood. We don't see each other all the time. But we love each other, and it's like there was no distance or space between us once we start that conversation. So I just sent her a message, and then
Well-
I'm sure it's gonna continue. on
She's
for
gonna
the
go,
rest-
what?
Oh,
Are you okay?
We're doing this now. We're doing voice messages now. Okay.
No, Maricel, that throughout this whole show, I mean, you're so motivated. We can see that, but that was a little side that we saw a glimpse at your introvert side of it. But let's just say, do you ever, get into a sad or bad mood, and if you do, what do you do to take yourself out of that?
Yeah, so my time alone is really in the morning when everybody else is asleep. And I do my meditation, my quiet time, and then I go out for a run or I do my workout. That's how I start my day so that things get settled with whatever else is not okay in my head and my heart. But yes, there are times when I'm not okay, and I actually have agreed with my family that during the times when I'm not okay, for as long as I just share that I need some space, they give me the space, and I'm just inside my sheets and I'm quiet there. Sometimes I'm there for the whole day. Because if
Wow.
you let me loose out of this comfort space,
Hmm.
I'm not a nice person to be with. And then they tell me, please go somewhere quiet.
But that's a great way of doing it, right? Just telling people around you that, okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have a bad day, and this is how you just deal with it with me, right?
Yeah.
Just leave it
Sometimes
alone.
I'm not aware. I'm super stressed already. And then I'm picking fights with people. And then the first person who notices it tells me, Mom, or honey, you know, you're not so nice today. Please figure it out or what. Or I'm just
Wow.
here, you know. Because we've already come to a point where we coach each other, you know. But the best thing that happens is Solana when she speaks, because I'm with her a lot,
Mhm.
and she speaks to me in the sweetest way, like, Mom, you can be better, or where are you feeling something stressful? Is it in your tummy? Breathe
Oh.
it in and breathe it out. She walked me through a therapy session.
How old is she?
She's 10.
Whoa. I love that
Wow.
switch dynamic. The mum becomes the daughter and the daughter becomes the mum, right? That's
No.
wonderful. And testament to you, of course.
You
You
know,
and your husband
we've
as parents.
developed this relationship where we have allowed our children to speak words of encouragement or correction to us for as long as they say it in the right way and in the right manner. So that respect is not lost.
Oh, that's lovely. You know,
Lovely.
your Instagram bio reads to live, to love, to learn, and to leave a legacy. So, and that's just so appropriate for the show, Dear Future Grandkids. How would you like to be remembered, do you think, Maricel?
So I've already pictured this so many years ago, like in my epitaph, this would be written. She
Wow.
gave
Wow.
people around her a taste of heaven.
Oh wow.
Wow.
And I've been around you. It's true. It is true.
Wow.
Maricel just has this such positive energy that you do feel at peace. To be, I mean, I told you that, but yeah, it is very. You are doing that,
Oh, I hope so.
and here on the show, you inspired so many people.
Exactly. You inspire me. I want to hang out with you. I want to just spend 24
No,
hours with
no.
you, have a glimpse of your world and see how you are and learn about your smells and how you're in tune and you can sort of smell your way and feel it. I'm so intrigued. I really am. Oh.
Jen, when there's a zombie apocalypse, you know to hang out with Maricel because she can smell the zombies from a mile away. We'll
Yeah.
be safe. We will
We'll
be
be
very
safe.
safe.
We'll be
So
safe.
true.
We'll be safe. Maricel, it's been so fantastic really getting to know you and for you to be on the show today. And unfortunately, we've come to the end. And this is a video time capsule that we hope that you enjoyed making. But unfortunately, we have to close the lid. But before you do that, we just have one thing for you to do is for you to leave a final message. Now, what do you want to say to your future grandkids?
Yeah, actually, I say this a lot to my kids, and my one of my favorite verses in the Bible is in Psalm 139, and it says, "You are fearfully and wonderfully made," and that is the message of God to us when He created us. He created us in our inmost being, and He knows every strand of hair that we have, and He holds us with awe. We are the apple of His eyes. So, to my future grandkids, you are the apple of my eyes. You are the apple of God's eyes. You are fearfully and wonderfully made, and I am so blessed and privileged to have you. Let me show you how it's like to be loved, and let's have a grand time together.
Oh, they're gonna love you as a
Oh,
nana. They're gonna love you. They're going to
yes.
love you.
Let me show
We're
you
gonna
how it
read
is to be
lots of
loved.
books. We're gonna have lots of adventures.
Yeah, you better catch up, future grandkids. She does it in high heels, those
Oh yeah,
adventures.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Wear proper
yes.
shoes. I don't want to break my hip or my back. No, it's something that for me is um a position or a place in the family I so look forward to being is to be a grandmother because I was brought up by my grandmother while my mom had to work and take care of putting food on our table. I had the privilege of being loved and cared for by a grandmother who so passionately poured her life into us. And this is my way of just paying it forward and extending that legacy of love and care. We didn't have books at that time, but every single night I had the privilege of listening to stories from all kinds of her experiences and tales that she's learned. And I want to just pass this on to my grandkids, my children, everybody, not even my own, just everybody else's kids. And you know this, Percy, I have this burning desire to just tell stories to kids, because this is how we will leave a legacy to show that our history continues, our legacy and the family will be extended to the next generation. And you cannot do that if you don't talk about it. You need to talk about it. This show is so important because you don't just leave it to the books, you don't leave it to the school to raise your kids, but we have to establish cultures and traditions in our family so that that will be extended to the next generation. And then
Wow.
whatever else, the lessons that we've learned throughout this lifetime, perhaps one day could be useful to them. And then that could be useful to the other generation, and it will start as a seed. And you just never know how it's going to turn out. And hopefully it turns out for good.
Maricel, you are living proof that what we live in the show, leaving a legacy and everything, is very true, because you are the beautiful product of generations of women that have
Mm.
really nurtured you into being
Yeah.
this woman that you are, and you're passing it on to your family and to people that you work with. Like we worked together for a few months, but I am very proud to tell you that I am still doing Tai Chi. I remember that phone call. She messaged me at 7 a.m. on our rest day. She's going, "Why are you still in your room?" No time to do it but now. And literally, I just don't know why. I just stood up. Okay, I'm ready, Mike. And I started doing Tai Chi. And I stuck to it. And it's really great, Maricel. I don't know what power you have over people. Maybe it's connected to your sense of smell, you know what to say. But you really can motivate people. And I hope you get more opportunities, hopefully like this show, where you can share everything that you've learned and been through. So thank you very much for sharing
Thank
it here.
you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And thank you to everybody who watched the show. There are so many comments. My Ledesma says, "You're amazing, powerful words." Angeline Salvador says, "You should have a storytelling channel, Maricel." Full disclosure, I owe her that. We talked
Yes,
about a
Percy.
storytelling show, and
Really? Oh, get it done, guys. Come on.
It's got
Get
to be
it
yeah,
done.
done.
Yeah.
It's got to
yeah,
be
it has to
done.
be
Good.
done.
Yeah.
Kawai Donna says, "Thank you, Miss Maricel. Very inspiring Saturday." Jean Silubrico. "I admire this woman. Have seen some of her kids' vlogs, and I can see that they were raised very well." Look at that, Maricel.
I
Look
love
at
what
that.
Sour Girl has to say too. I feel like spending a whole day together with Miss Maricel. It's like getting a soul cleanse. That's just
Exactly
such
how
a
I
Oh,
feel. I
me
already invited
too. That's
myself.
what
I
happened
want
this
I want
morning.
to spend the whole day. Yeah.
Oh,
Go,
thank you
go.
so much. I mean, Maricel, like Percy, Maricel, come on, put it on your to-do list. Let's get that storytelling
Yeah.
channel done,
Done.
okay?
yeah,
Next
yeah,
week we're
yeah.
going to
Check,
check
check,
back
check.
in.
Yeah.
It's like the Tai Chi. We're going to make sure you did it,
Yeah.
Percy. Okay.
7 a.m. I'll call the both of you at 7 a.m. Just
Yeah,
sit down.
Elijah. I think of
Yeah.
him every time I do my jump rope.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Maricel got Elijah started on jump ropes
A
too.
jumping rope.
You
And
are such a motivator. Marisol, I need you. You need to force me to get into an exercise
Yeah,
program.
yeah.
Just kick yourself in the butt. Just 10. Just 10,
what?
10 jumps or 10 minutes. Kick
Just
Come on,
yourself
10.
in the butt. Get out of your
Maricel.
Yeah.
bed in the morning.
Just
You
10.
need
Yeah.
Okay.
you need to share that one thing, because Elijah told me what you did when you saw him just staring at nothing, I think, while waiting.
Yeah.
Maricel approached him, and what did you say?
I said,
He
what are
said,
you staring at? Get your life together. Come on, chop chop.
"Yeah." Maricel was going like, every minute is important. You better be productive in that
Yeah.
minute that you
Come on,
have.
let's
So don't
go.
just waste it, looking at nothing.
And
Yeah.
what did Elijah do then? I mean, what?
All of 20
Oh,
years old.
he started writing lyrics, I think, to his song, and started reading things. Like, really, Maricel would just walk past you and go, like, "What are you doing? You're doing nothing." Maricel gave some of our younger cast members books to read and asked them for a book report.
Wow.
Not only does she inspire, there's a follow up. Just
Yeah,
to
there is
check.
a follow
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
There's a follow up.
That is
Truly.
amazing. That really is. I mean, just that comment to Elijah will shake him up and he will live the rewards of that comment, right? forever.
Yeah.
Anytime he's got a minute to spare, that could be the one lyric he writes on the biggest hit song he's ever had. It could be the phone call he makes. Wow, I'm really inspired by that because I waste a lot of
It's
minutes, I
stuck
can
with
tell
me.
you. Right.
Oh, but you know what? It's okay to do nothing when your purpose is to actually do nothing.
Do nothing.
But
Ah.
extended times of doing nothing is a waste of time.
There you
Extended
go.
times of doing nothing is a waste of time. That's it.
Yeah.
And
That's got to be my mantra. Yeah.
that's our
Ange?
procrastinating gone.
That's me. I'm
Ange?
such a procrastinator. I know. Like,
Yeah, because
Uh,
my mom used to always tell me idle time is the work of the devil. This is the playground of the devil. Idle time. Idle mind, idle time is the playground of the devil. So get your act together, kick yourself in the butt, and do something.
There you go.
oh, I love that. That is a message to the future Ange. I don't know about the grandkids. Ange, present Ange needs that. I can tell you. You know, I have this habit. I have books and books about productivity. So when I procrastinate, I read about procrastination. That's how I deal with my procrastination. And somehow I feel that that's productive, and it isn't, by the way. You know, I'm like, Google procrastination tips when I'm procrastinating. That's totally what I do.
When you're procrastinating and you feel it, Ange, just kick yourself in the butt.
I will think
There
of
you go.
you. I will
You
think
know
of
what?
you, Maricel. Really, truly,
That's
from
it.
now
that,
on.
That is one way to end the show with Maricel just telling all of us, when you feel anything, you feel that you're lazy, you're procrastinating, kick yourself in the butt.
There you
Maricel,
go.
I can't thank you enough. So inspired by you. Thank you so much for being on Dear Future Grandkids. And I know some fans are asking, will there be a part 2? Well, there could be. You could rewatch this, but we also have an edited version that'll be on a podcast in a couple of weeks. It's been such an absolute pleasure. I kid you not, I'm inspired. And also, I kid you not again, I will come and find you when this pandemic's over and spend 24 hours with you.
Me too. Me too.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm already so inspired today. And this has been Dear Future Grandkids. I'm Jien. That's Perci. That's Ange. And that is the wonderful, inspiring person that doesn't sit down and idle and do nothing, Maricel Laxa. Thank you so much. Take care, everyone.
you.
See you. Bye.
Thanks, Maricel. Bye, everyone. Thank you
Bye,
for
everyone.
watching.
Bye.